TikTok has seemingly come out of nowhere over the past 5 years, passing up every social media app and quickly becoming the most popular app in the world. It feels like just yesterday, every ad on YouTube was just some stupid TikTok ad, but now it seems like everyone you know is on TikTok. Friends, family, coworkers, even your parents. Every viral trend starts on TikTok, good or bad. If you're not on TikTok, it often feels like you're not in the loop. On the surface level, TikTok is just another silly social media app that people of all ages can use to have a little fun on. But in actuality, TikTok is much darker. So much so that the US government has considered banning it multiple times. TikTok is already banned in countries like India and Afghanistan, so it wouldn't be entirely out of left field if the US soon followed suit. TikTok already has some restrictions in place in the US, like how US officials aren't even allowed to have the app on their work phones. So what is it about TikTok that is so dangerous, and how does TikTok affect its users? Well, to fully understand the dangers of TikTok, we first must understand where TikTok came from. So how did TikTok get its start? TikTok was created by the Chinese company ByteDance. No, not that kind of dance. ByteDance was originally founded by Chinese entrepreneur Zhang Yiming in 2012. TikTok was originally named A.me when it was founded in 2016, but would change its name to Douyin shortly after its founding. Douyin was originally supposed to be a Chinese-only video sharing app, but due to its massive success in China, was released internationally under its current name, TikTok. TikTok was a massive success worldwide, and it was only catapulted further when in 2017, ByteDance acquired Musical.ly, which was another video sharing app similar to TikTok. When Musical.ly merged with TikTok a year later, TikTok took off way beyond anybody's imagination. Just as a personal anecdote, in about the latter half of 2018, I specifically remember being bombarded with TikTok ads on YouTube, and from then on, TikTok was all the rage. The numbers back this up, as TikTok went from 347 million users in 2018 to 654 million users in 2019, almost doubling. This number would continue to increase into 2020, and aided by the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, TikTok once again almost doubled their users, up to over 1 billion users in 2020. Today, TikTok has over 2 billion users, with over half of them being monthly users. The success of TikTok is something that nobody can deny, but what is it that is so bad about TikTok? If everybody's using TikTok, it can't be that bad, can it? Well, unfortunately, it really can be that bad. In America, you can go on an American-made social media platform like Facebook or Twitter and freely criticize the government and American regime all you want. If you frequent political circles, a day won't go by without seeing obnoxious caricatures of sitting government officials, even the sitting US president. This is not the case in China, however, as the Chinese government heavily regulates content posted on TikTok. Before TikTok's inception, ByteDance had an app called Naihan Duanzi, which was a raunchy app where users would post memes and videos. The app was shut down in April 2018 by the Chinese National Radio and Television Administration, a government agency of the Chinese Communist Party. The official reason given was for hosting vulgar content and for triggering strong sentiments of resentment among internet users. Many users of the app were devastated, as users who called themselves Duanyu had a very tight-knit community. Activities done by the Duanyu included hosting regular get-togethers, repeating phrases that only fellow Duanyu would recognize, and honking at fellow Duanyu when recognized by their Duanyu bumper stickers. ByteDance founder Zhang Yiming later released a public apology for the content hosted on the app, which was basically a humiliation ritual. Some gold mines from the apology include, quote, "I profoundly reflect on the fact that a deep level cause of the recent problems in my company is a weak understanding and implementation of the four consciousness of Xi Jinping, deficiencies in education on the socialist core values, and deviation from public opinion guidance." Another one is, "We must renew our understanding and entrapment of our social responsibility, upright and good, innovative technology, value creation, taking responsibility, cooperation, and mutual benefit. I profoundly recognize that the company's development must stick closely to the era and to the main theme of national development. And the final quote here from Zhang Yiming goes, "Today's supervisory organs, the public and the media have pointed out problems in our company, and this is a well-intentioned reminder and an encouragement to us. I and my colleagues will work immediately to bring about change, changing our own thoughts and changing our methods." So it seems Yiming got the call from the Chinese government demanding he make this cheap-ass apology and to regulate his apps better, or else, who knows what else. Yiming seemingly took this request to heart, as any mention of anti-Chinese rhetoric was swiftly censored on TikTok. This includes but is not limited to any mention of Tiananmen Square, the Hong Kong protests, the internment of Uyghur Muslims, and any mention of foreign leaders not named Xi Jinping. While this is about as far as the censorship of TikTok goes, the Chinese version of TikTok, Douyin, has many more content restrictions. Douyin is nothing like Western TikTok, with it putting an emphasis on business and marketing. For example, Douyin is often used by small business owners to help promote their brand to consumers. Douyin also has an e-commerce tab, which allows businesses to use Douyin as a middleman for users to purchase products through. Marketing is also very important for Douyin, as business owners must design their business models to cater to their preferred consumer base. Because of the prioritization of businesses on Douyin, the age demographic skews slightly above the age demographic of TikTok, but only slightly, as not all content on Douyin is purely business. Educational content like history and science is also specifically catered to children on Douyin, as well as cooking tutorials, self-improvement tips, and other interesting hobbies like photography and dance. Additionally, children are also limited to 40 minutes of screen time a day between 6 a.m. and 10 p.m. This is in stark contrast to the appeal to the lowest common denominator trash on Western TikTok. It's not all sunshine and rainbows on Douyin, however. As a former ByteDance executive, Yintao Yu alleges that Douyin engineers manipulate the Douyin algorithm to promote anti-Japanese sentiment and to suppress content with a pro-Hong Kong slant. This was done to subconsciously manipulate Douyin users to share the same views as the Chinese government, ultimately breeding more soldiers for the Chinese military and making it easier for China to push their political goals. But trust me, Douyin/TikTok sins don't end here.
Hi everyone, I hope you love TikTok like I do. I especially love how it has no links to the Chinese Communist Party. Sir, the Central Committee is delighted with the latest TikTok numbers. Not now, Jian. Some people say that TikTok is a conspiracy to steal private data. That's silly. TikTok is for fun.
TikTok also has a rich history of spying on its users and collecting their data. Just last year, ByteDance admitted that they used their app to spy on US journalists. By the use of IP addresses, ByteDance was able to track US journalists' movements to see if they were meeting with ByteDance employees, potentially leaking information. Ultimately, this ploy was unsuccessful and led to high-ranking ByteDance employees being fired. Previously mentioned former Douyin executive Yintao Yu also alleged that while American user data from TikTok is stored in the US, China still had access to it. This, coupled with the claim that ByteDance offices in Beijing had a unit of CCP members that oversaw content on other Chinese apps, it's almost a guarantee that CCP members could access American data at will, even that of American public officials. With the recent evidence of TikTok spying on Americans piling up, many orders have been put in place to protect America's security interests. Members of Congress, White House staff, and over half of US states have banned TikTok from being accessed on government phones. The state of Montana has already put in place a bill which will ban TikTok from the App Store. The fight to have a nationwide TikTok ban is ongoing though, and has sparked a lot of debate. On one hand, it's all but confirmed that TikTok is collecting American data, and TikTok could potentially be a threat to national security. But many point out the hypocrisy of banning TikTok for collecting data when US social media apps like Facebook do the same thing. Many also worry that a potential TikTok ban could be the first of more laws restricting the internet. One of the main proponents of the federal TikTok ban is Missouri Senator Josh Hawley, who said, quote, "We should act decisively to ban TikTok directly. We shouldn't give new open-ended authority to federal bureaucrats. We should target this threat specifically." That's what this bill does that we have before us today and goes right at the problem. It bans TikTok in this country, it protects the American people, and it sends the message to communist China that you cannot buy us. Whether you agree with banning TikTok or not, it is all but confirmed that TikTok harvests American data. The question now is why? Why would the Chinese government want the average American's data? And what about your data could help benefit them? TikTok isn't just a US national security threat, but is also a threat to young people. TikTok's algorithm is meant to get people addicted to the app. TikTok's For You tab is a collection of hand-picked videos based on the user's interactions with other videos on the app. TikTok's tailored videos based on your interests combined with the simple action of swiping to get an endless stream of videos breeds addiction. Many researchers compare TikTok's process of swiping down for a barrage of new videos to the action of pulling the lever on a slot machine. Seeing these new entertaining videos hit your screen grants dopamine to your brain, and from there the constant chase for that new video is on, leading to more time being spent on TikTok mindlessly swiping. A study done in the 50s by B.F. Skinner, in which rats were rewarded with a set kind of pellets for pulling a lever, concluded that eventually the rats would become bored with the action of pulling the lever and eventually stop. But it was shown that when a random type of pellet was rewarded with pulling the lever, the rats would constantly pull the lever to the point where their daily routine was put on hold to instead pull the lever. This really isn't too far off from the TikTok algorithm of scrolling and refreshing your feed in pursuit of the next best video. The constant addictive scrolling, added to the fact that there is an endless supply of videos on TikTok, results in many viewers spending a significant amount of their day watching TikTok. Data has shown that users spend more time on TikTok than any other app, and that the average TikTok user spends almost an hour and a half of their day watching TikTok. This amounts to hundreds of videos per day, with most TikTok videos being under a minute in length. TikTok's short video length also poses a problem, as it is a key contributor to the decreasing attention span in society. A study done by Microsoft concluded that since 2000, the average attention span has dropped from 12 to 8 seconds, and it isn't unreasonable to think TikTok is the leading factor. Another study done showed that the average attention span of a teenage TikTok user is a whole 3 seconds less than an average non-TikTok user. So if you're a TikTok user and you've made it this far into the video, I'm proud of you. TikTok's short form content is what is responsible for the decreased attention span of its users. Many videos are very short in length, and for creators to get the attention they crave, they have to start their videos off with a bang to get viewers to stick around. The endless scrolling of videos with quick climaxes conditions the brain to expect fast results, and if these conditions are not met, users get bored quickly and move on to the next thing. I mean, what do you expect? Why stick around watching a 30-minute YouTube video when you can open up TikTok and watch hundreds of short videos? The biggest victims of the TikTok epidemic by far are children, as the constant flow of new videos on TikTok affects their ability to live in the real world where things don't move at such a fast pace. Unsurprisingly, TikTok is also responsible for a lot of the mental health issues in society today. Over half of adolescents today suffer or have suffered from some form of mental illness in the past. Many people attribute social media to the increased mental health of our youth, and TikTok is leading the charge. TikTok's previously mentioned addictive algorithm leads children to spend more and more time on their phone scrolling, rather than spending time in the real world socializing with friends and family, causing many teens to feel lonely and isolated from their peers. The type of content on TikTok exacerbates this issue, with much of the content showcasing glamorous lifestyles and perfect body types. This kind of content affects young girls specifically and can lead to them feeling self-conscious about how they look. Teens who spend much of their time on TikTok are also bound to post on TikTok, as 83% of TikTok users have posted on the app before. Posting on TikTok opens a whole new can of worms in terms of affecting teens' mental health. Teens will post on TikTok to seek validation from their peers and will in turn make their mental health depend on the feedback from TikTok. Cyberbullying is also rampant on TikTok and can also damage the mental health of young TikTok users. In particular, cyberbullies can damage the confidence of young TikTok users whose whole life revolves around posting on TikTok and seeking validation from their peers. Ultimately, while yes, it is up to the parent to properly protect their children from the dangers of TikTok, TikTok is designed to prey on the fragile nature of young people and to get them hooked to their app. Whatever you think about TikTok, it's indisputable that TikTok has overall been a net negative for society. Millions of children, teenagers, and even young adults have become addicted to TikTok, to the point that they often neglect their responsibilities and choose to spend their day on TikTok instead of interacting with friends and family. The average attention span of TikTok users are also lower than those of non-TikTok users, and the constant stream of short, snappy videos plays a role in this. Many elementary and middle school teachers report that reading levels and math levels are lower than they have ever seen, and that many students can't even sit through a 3-minute video. It has been proven that the average attention span of a TikTok user is less than the attention span of a non-TikTok user, and many young, too young children also use TikTok. So it's likely that TikTok is contributing to this decreased attention span, which leads to children struggling in school. The same children who are the future generation and will be doctors, lawyers, police officers are spending their formative years on TikTok, wasting away and lowering their attention span to the point where they struggle to learn. Children aside, TikTok also breeds a lot of negativity. Many people see some shoddy TikTok from some neckbeard loser who looks like he's never left his mom's basement, talking about why this political party is bad, or about why this politician is heckin' literally going to genocide people, and freak out when the truth is nowhere near this. The amount of people on social media, TikTok specifically, trying to fearmonger stupid political malarkey is way too high, and people actually believe it and end up living their lives in fear. Take the Russia-Ukraine war for example. When that whole ordeal hit mainstream in early 2022, there were way too many people freaking out, thinking there was going to be an actual draft, when in reality the chance of there being a draft was slim to none. The point is, the fear-mongering was accelerated by social media apps like TikTok and genuinely did damage to people's mental health. TikTok is also a great tool used to divide people. Politics has been an increasingly divisive topic for years, but the rise of social media has accelerated it tenfold. Even just 10 years ago, two people of differing political ideologies could sit across from one another and have a discussion. But now, forget it. Politics on TikTok has gotten so muddied, it's just a contest of which dysgenic freak can use the most buzzwords in their 1-minute video. Viewers see this and think it's okay and carry this with them throughout the day, to the point where anybody being viewed as being on the other side is automatically an enemy. It also doesn't help that TikTok is very biased in what information is allowed on their platform. TikTok is very quick to ban any mention of Holocaust denial, but will let other far-right conspiracies like Pizzagate trend for days on end. TikTok was also very ban happy with Russian news sources, yet pro-Ukraine content is all over the platform. TikTok is very specific with what content is allowed on their platform. If it has Big Brother's stamp of approval, it's completely fine. But if not, well... So with all of this information in mind, the data collecting, the censorship, the addictive nature, all of it, it's clear that China is trying to interfere with Western society. China and the West, specifically the US, don't exactly have the best relationship at the moment. There has been an ongoing trade war between the US and China for years. Over the past couple of decades, the US has become increasingly more reliant on China for imports, to the point where billions of dollars in Chinese products are imported each year. As you can imagine, this overdependence on China for trade weakened the American manufacturing industry and has increased the trade deficit with China. To combat this, former President Trump imposed a 25% trade tariff on China, and this trade tariff is still in place today under the Biden administration. Obviously, China was not too fond of these tariffs and argued that this was put in place to stifle China's economic growth. This leads many to believe a war with China is imminent, and China definitely isn't helping quell these rumors. US defense officials have described China's nuclear arsenal as a rapid buildup that is kind of too substantial to keep under wraps. As of January 2023, it is estimated that China has 410 nuclear warheads, which is 60 more than they had the year prior. China of course denies this, and Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Zhao Lijian says, "We have exercised utmost restraint in developing nuclear capability. We have kept those capabilities at the minimum level required by national security." The US Department of Defense projects that China could possess upwards of 1,500 nuclear warheads by 2035. With this in mind, it seems China is really trying to stockpile some nuclear warheads for somebody. I wonder what they could be used for. Ultimately though, the chances of nuclear war are slim to none, barring any massive development due to mutually assured destruction. But who needs nuclear warfare when you can instead use psychological warfare? And that's why TikTok is the perfect psyop. Why destroy a country physically when you can mentally destroy a country from within by melting the minds of the youth, controlling the information being shared, and pitting the citizens against each other? And what better way to mask it than by giving it a funky name, putting an aesthetic logo on it, and advertising the app as a mission to inspire creativity and bring joy? Ultimately, what China wants is to destroy America from within. And as of right now, they're doing a fantastic job, probably better than even they ever thought. My word of advice to any current TikTok user or addict is to stop using the app now.
Stop it. Get some help.
TikTok brings nothing good unless you're directly profiting off of it. It really just fills people with negativity and promotes degeneracy and also that god-awful TTS. So if you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel. Only 0.5% of my viewers are subscribed, which means almost all of my viewers are not subscribed. So if you could subscribe to the channel, that would mean a lot to me. Also, be sure to comment your thoughts on the video down below. Do you agree with my take on TikTok and think I'm actually Jimmy Neutron Brain Blast 9000? Or am I just some schizo talking nonsense? New video coming soon. I hope you all have a great day, and goodbye.
Just bring me a dream. Make him the cutest cute that I've ever seen. You give him two lips like roses, roses and pearls. Then tell him that I'm tonight.